Good morning. I'm Jason, and welcome to another morning of guitar ritual. What is it? Morning ritual for guitar growth. And today we're working the breathing. Today we're going to work some tuning. Good morning. Hey, good morning, Kevin. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Scott. How you doing? Good morning, Mark. Good morning. And let's see what we have here. Let's get this anti-glare device on. Does this work? Does this work this way? Probably not. I like to wear it with the brim down low. That's how my boy used to wear it when he played, second base or shortstop or whatever. He was catching most of the time. He had a pretty good throw down to second, unbeatable. All right, so let's go through and rough it in while we get warmed up with our breath. Being thankful, offering thanks for this new day, new opportunity to serve. Sometimes, I'm not sure if it's barometric pressure, the phase of the moon, what it is, but the guitar just sounds different on different days, doesn't it? Let's go ahead and just get surgical with it. Good morning. Good morning. I see some friendly faces on, up and ready, up and at 'em already. So if you're here, if you haven't yet done so, if you wouldn't mind, smash that like button or double tap the mobile viewport if you're so inclined. Mark, we got Robbie. We got Robbie this morning. We got Scott again. Doing well, thank you. Hope you are too. Smash that like button. I like Mark's got the gem hammer there. Plays the cosmic chord. That's pretty funny though, isn't it? There's just so many great chords that Ted Green's kind of afforded, just kind of locking them in, and you work through all of those dominant 7, like 6, 9 chords, dominant 7, 6, 9, or 13, right? Just beautiful, beautiful experiences, All right, clearly we've got to tune a little bit more here. But today it sounds like a good day for guitar. Do you have your guitar in hand? Jill, good morning, you're back. Bernard, you're here. Good morning, Bernard. Yeah, oh wow, what a great testimony. Amen, brother, amen. Good morning, Raul. Raul has been super busy with his guitar on his YouTube channel. Man, just doing the good work, outlining. In case you want to research some additional finger patterns that we might not be using regularly yet here, Raul's got a great assortment of those on his channel, so do check them out. We're here to support one another too. And I know Anthony's got Mr. Tortorello, we've got a couple blue wrenches on this morning. I know Mr. Tortorello is working in a group called Den of Dennis, and I think, as many of you know, there's a date coming up here in New Jersey. Is it New Jersey? And it's going to be live streamed too, I think. So that's something we want to get behind for sure. This morning feels a lot like one of those mornings where you wake up and you unzip the tent and you look out over the meadow, like the alpine meadow. That's what it feels like to me. So I'm just going to try to absorb that for a second while I prepare myself for the world here. You can see the birds, like the finches, they're moving from bush to bush. And the sandhill cranes are back in town here. That's the sandhill cranes, great herons. Our flack is almost ready to arrive. We have a bird of prey, a falcon, I think, here that showed up yesterday, 2 days ago. Just a beautiful thing. So why don't we go, while we're all in this loose sort of mood, why don't we go ahead and set our intentions for this morning? And it could be you related, it could be, it should be you related specifically, because it's okay to take the time and just feel good about taking the time to play the guitar. The guitar does work miracles for sure, and it can for many people. So we'll just take a moment and internalize a little bit of our prayer or an intention for this morning's time together, or your time with your guitar this morning. And we'll start with a stretch, which we don't normally do. So we'll go ahead. I know this is kind of like not really that something that we probably should have something a little higher value, perceived higher value at the beginning of a morning ritual, but it's good to just stretch and get those tendons and tissues ready to receive new information. It's like formatting a disc, maybe. Anthony, what do you think? It's no, it's maybe not defragmenting. It's not even that. It's and we're not really formatting, because we're making some space for new information while we retain the old. So that's kind of an interesting process. And here's the other one. Refactoring, there you go. I knew you'd have the word we're looking for, refactoring. Emma's back. Hey Emma, good morning. Caillou's back here. Caillou, Halcyonic Caillou, good morning. Bivesh, sing sailor songs, please. Bivesh, thanks, that's great. Are you still here, Bivesh? Let's do one real quick. Mayhem, what's going on? Come on, you fellas, follow the sea, do my way, hey, blow the man down, listen to me, hey, blow the man down. Guitar is not even close. Thanks for asking for that, because we would have started practicing here with an out-of-tune guitar. let's see. Let her go. Who's that? I know, kind of at the risk of sounding sort of like a neophyte. Which one? Let her go. I just love to sing and scream. Like, who doesn't, you know? All right, let's think about what you're witnessing here is fingers 3 and 4 jumping up to frets 11 and 12. Taking a nice breath in and a nice breath out. And 4 attacks per beat. 1 E and a 2, T E and a go. Did anyone play any guitar yesterday over the span of the day, or was it limited to only the morning session? Just kind of curious about that. Man, look at those fingers go. Kind of using that screen as a mirror. It's always good to practice in front of a mirror. I had taken apart a beauty salon and ended up with all of the mirrors anyway. And I put them together on a wall in an inside corner so that I had 3, you know, one mirror was perpendicular to or parallel with my face, and then the others were 22.5-degree angles off of each wing, right? And so I had a really great view of practicing, you know, so that's a really wonderful thing to experience. So fingers 3 and 4, 2 and 3, 2 E and a D E and a go E and a. And off we went. So watching the fingers move is valuable. It's also valuable as I know some of us here practice with our eyes closed. And it's super valuable to be able to practice with the eyes closed so we can see the internal workings. And this is a wonderful opportunity to do this because now with the eyes closed, I can feel each string. I can feel the resistance under the fret hand. I can also feel the resistance under the picking hand or fingertips. Can also coordinate with which position I'm on. So here, so you can pretty much start working with the guitar blindfolded, and then when we're on position number 1, I know that if I skip up to position number 5, the one just after where my 4th finger was, I can just remember where my 4th finger is. And then the more I do that, the more I index my gross motor skill, my gross motor here. And I'm programming after we've done that refactoring this morning. So, good idea to practice with the eyes closed and maintain that situation. I'm going to do that for as long as I can this morning. And 1, 2 E and a T E and a go. Fingers 1 and 2 on 11 and 12. Also, while we're doing this work, we can start incorporating some other patternistic approaches. We can patternize these things, and we'll just do a little breath check to be sure that we're not storing tension anywhere else in our body. If we are, we'll go ahead and eliminate it. And the pick hand is sewing its way through the maze. Carl Jung's maze. All right, we're almost to the top of that session. Play classical gas. Wow, there you go. What a great request. I haven't heard that or played that for a long, long time. It is my dream as long as I have time. All right, I'm already 1 hour in. Yeah, you are ripping it up, Raul. Yeah, good for you, man. As long as I have time, I'll put a few hours at least for practice and songwriting. That's good to know. I just released a book and for songwriting and practice. It's a guitar player's workbook. So it's something that you can write in, and you can get QR codes and free access to things or whatever. But it's a really cool book, and it will be available on Amazon. I think if it's not already available, but it will be available soon, in the next day or two. And I really miss like having the journal. I have these leather-bound journals I like to write in, but I like the 8.5 by 11 because I used to write on those in university. And I really miss I love using the iPad and the Apple Pencil, but I really miss that tactile approach with having a good writing utensil, like a good, wholesome writing utensil, and listening to the sound of it scrape over the paper and just doing the thing and erasing or not erasing and scribbling. It's going to be a nice little workbook for me. And maybe I made it available because it's for me. I made it available to others in case they might be interested in it. So fingers 3 and 4. Let's stretch on frets 10 and 12. 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a 4 E and a... Louis is back. Louis Joseph O'Hara. I appreciate the request. I'm in the middle of a morning ritual for guitar growth, so let me just explain to you. Hopefully you're still hanging around because I think we have some things that you're going to love. Some values that maybe we share. It's my dream to be a rock singer with a rock band, just like Citizen Soldier. Yeah, I appreciate you bringing that up, resurfacing that. That's awesome to hear. And develop a plan, develop a plan and execute the plan. It's really that simple. It's, we run into problems all along the way, which is sort of why we do anything, right? Because the problem is what solving for the thing is what keeps it interesting. But I've found like the only people who fail, those of us who failed, I failed before, I was wrong one time. That time I thought I was wrong, but I was really right. So it's, with 2 and 3, fingers 2 and 3 on 10 and 12. So 1 E and a 2 T. Oh yeah, that's right, close my eyes. So this is just stick-to-itiveness. This is a model of stick-to-itiveness. So like, wow, it's with some, like middle-aged, white fat dude sit on the internet playing guitar and expect anyone to join up and, watch. I think there's more to it than just sharing the idea of you can do it. I think there's more to it. I think that people, who are here, people who show up, we already know intrinsically that we can do it. We know we can do it. And then there are these little things that push and pull, and it's not like, you know, I think time, we're looking at time as like a guarded resource, because we do put a lot of effort into the act of the thing, but then there's the business end of the thing, and then all of a sudden there are all of these pieces that we didn't account for in the beginning, right? And so what we'll end up doing is we'll understand, we'll learn that there are so many other pieces of the thing, and then we'll get slow. We could stop. We could become overwhelmed and just stop altogether, which we do not want to do, because that means we have failed. So 1E and a 2E and a TE, fingers 1 and 2 on 10 and 12. And that's not really what we're about. We're about, you know, we're about singing and screaming and rocking out as hard as we can. But at the same time, when we come off the stage, it's like a painter, you know, like if I'm painting professionally, if I'm painting houses, I'm breathing in those fumes all day long, and I finish up and I go home and I'm like starting to come down a little bit, you know what I mean? So and then I have to compensate, pick up something else to keep the thing going, to keep it rolling. And those are things that most of us don't talk about, is what to do. You know, Pat Metheny, he talks about that. You know, the way to overcome developing, you know, what many would perceive as bad habits after a performance routine. You know, you got to keep the high go, keep the elevation going, so you turn to something else at the end. He turns to his journal. He turns to his musical journal for, you know, an hour or two. He doesn't go out and with the gang and party. He just goes back to the room and he finds himself in his workbook, and then he finds himself fingers 2 and 4, 9 and 12, 1E and a 2. You know what to do. He finds himself in his workbook or journal, listing the things that didn't go as well as he planned, things that could use improvement. He also notes the things that did go well, future proofs his situation by asking questions about what to do next time, and for preparation for performance. I'd love to see what he lists for notes. I don't think I've ever read any of his post-performance journals, but my guess is those would be something of great value to somebody. Probably many somebodies, right? Good morning, friends. Sky, slow your metronome down to a time you can do it smoothly. That's good advice, Kevin. Those are true words. That's almost an always or never statement, right? That's one of those universal truths. Hey, Jason, Jace, Lewis. Once I thought I was wrong, but I was mistaken. That's right. So fingers 1 and 3, frets 9 and 12. We'll go ahead and stretch those things out, get these things moving. I see the hearts. I do see the hearts, and I definitely 1E and a love it. A TE and a GO-E. And if you are here and you've made it this far, or you're just tuning in, go ahead and smash that like button for Uncle Jason. Yeah, or double tap the screen, you know, whatever. Just doing some light housekeeping here. What you've walked into, you know, I set a little snare for you. Now you're in here and there's no escape. We're working on, this is my personal morning ritual for guitar growth. And I'm personally seeing some benefits over the span of this year. So I'm here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. This time of year it's daylight time. And I used to say that it's not really for everyone, but it could be for everyone. But some of us are going to select not to, you know, we all have our own path. Sometimes we're here, sometimes we're not. But I'm planning on being here every day, every weekday morning for the entire year of 2025. At least, you know, season 1. This is episode like 78 or something, I think. 1E and a 2E and a you know what to do. And oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? Fingers 1 and 4, 7 and 12. 1E and a 2. Here we go. One of the things that we can do is like telephone poles, right? I cheated there on fret 1. I let my 4th finger fall in once, but we can do this. Let's take a quick breather here. Just got to get this kit off here. A little bit of the kit going here. So, yeah, you can visit this site too. This is kind of a fun site to visit. Some of my old work. You know, we've done a lot of high-end, high-profile types that we don't market on that website. But you know, we've had presidents, vice presidents. You know, all of. You know, I don't know. A lot of different things going on in the world. Let's stretch. 1E and a 2, 15 clicks, go. 1. 16. And then we're doing 15, 16 clicks. 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2. 3, 4. Then 1. 2, 3. I don't know if you can hear the birds behind me or not, but 4. Beautiful morning here today. Yeah, it certainly is. We'll stretch these back, get us going again. All right, let's start this time with a little bit of oomph, fervency. And zeal. Let's try these. TJ, what's going on? Yay, I've nearly got Charlie Parker's solo on Donna Lee up to speed. Been working on it now for you. Whoa, Donna Lee, really? Wow, now you're drawing me back in. All right, Donna Lee, it's going to be the Donna Lee challenge. All right, I see what you're doing here. Good man. Good man. 1E and a 2. Let's do fingers 1, 2, 3, and 4. 10, 11, 12. We'll use 16th note triplets. Too much for today? What is it? Wednesday today? Starting to feel okay, you know? Humblebees, good morning. You want to stick around. I think we've got stuff you're going to like. Yeah, so if you're here, welcome Humblebees, that's really cool. I share the channel on some other lives as well. Oh, very cool. Are you doing some live? Okay. I just started playing and you were pointed out on another live I follow. Very cool, man. One. Okay, let's take a look at fingers 1, 2, and 3 on 10, 11, and 12, and we'll go ahead and start with, I hate to do this, but we're going to just complete this. Hang out for a little bit. 1, 2, 3, Chris, good morning. We'll just get through this exercise and we'll talk a little bit about what is we do here. Hey, Parlor. You're good, man, Bernie. Good. All right. So what we're actually doing here, welcome. This is the official. If this is your first time here, go ahead and smash that like button so we can, know what's going on. But I wanted to welcome you here for the morning ritual for guitar growth. We do this every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Yeah, and it's focused on. I could probably get a little more traction if I just took requests the whole time, but it's so important to just focus for me. Just have a time of the day where I can focus on myself and focus on my guitar and the union of the two things. So if I'm a neophyte or beginner, so too is my guitar a beginner. If I'm an advancing guitar player, then so too my guitar is an advancing guitar player. So we're one and the same, and I'm really just working to solidify and reacquaint myself daily in the morning with a specific warm-up routine that works. It's tried and true. It's worked for me over the years, and I'm sure it works for others, and it will work for you. I've had probably thousands of students, but I don't teach privately anymore. I sort of just teach, I haven't done any really face-to-face, personal, in-person sessions for probably a year or two. But in the past I've worked, well, anyway, we don't really care about that. But what we do care about is we're here to warm up on the guitar, not build up my ego. So 1 E and a 2, let's try 9, 10, 11, and 12 on fingers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here we go. T, E, and a go, E, and a. You taking off? Mark, have a good morning. Thanks for being here in the morning to get started with us. It's great to have you here, Mark. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Same bat time, same bat channel. I don't know how many of us get that reference, maybe none of us get that reference anymore. Maybe I'm dating myself. That's okay. Bro, you you've been getting so close to Van Halen. I get the reference. I'm of the older generation. Oh, you get the reference. Very cool. The old Adam West bat. Oh, there you go, Jill. Jill comes in for the save. So I am working with Annette today. And her name is Humility. Israel Mafra. Oh, play Brazilian music. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, great comment. You know what bat time is? Very cool. Thank God. Thank God. All right. We are not old. There you go. Mark Marquez. Robin, get me the anti-shark bat. Oh man, here we go. I think we opened the can. Oh, very cool. Almost had Jimi Hendrix there. All right, what do you? Chris he's got a way about him. Way of asking the question without asking. So he's going to get something out of me, I think. Here, 1E and a 2E and a TE and a 4E and a. Great style, Chris. I really like the approach. Appreciate your approach. I guess it doesn't really matter whether I like it or not, but it really doesn't matter if I appreciate it or not, does it? But sometimes it helps to have those positive communications, and like that's what I'm doing with my guitar every morning, every weekday morning. I'm looking to set an intention and grab that positive communication with myself. Everywhere I turn my head, there's a negative communication happening and something that tears something down. And we've often, all of the coaching that I've ever done in my life is for teams that turn the underdogs into state champions. And you never see it coming. So I really do enjoy that process. Being attached to the guitar, not dependent on the guitar, because it's not a dependency, but it is a partnership. It is something that if you take care of it, it will take care of you, and if you don't take care of it, you can find something else to do. There's plenty of stuff to do in the world, plenty of things to become proficient in, plenty of areas for talent development. It's important to recognize the talent and the investment. So one of the things that we're doing here over the span of the entire year of 2025, I'm here every day, right? Every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. So why would I be cataloging every video? Why would I do that? Let's go ahead and take a look at 1 and 2 and 3, 4, but this time we'll kick that first finger back to fret number 8. 1E and a 2Z and for Mark, and 1Z and a 2Z and I'm putting on my shoesies. Yeah, we're getting some weather, aren't we? Well, I certainly appreciate you enjoying the practice session. I hope you're with us, practicing along with us. Many here bring guitars. They are wielders of the great flame or fire of voodoo or whatever it is. I think that's one of my favorite movie scenes is You Shall Not Pass. And I'm not making reference to the Monty Python, but just some of those big spiritual things where the little light fights the big dark, It's a remarkable thing. So to me, you know, we could approach the guitar as the big dark. Well, we don't really want to pit the guitar against our persons, right? So what we want to do is look at the known and then venture into the unknown. And then together we have a companion, a trusted companion in the guitar. And that is a force multiplier when we're conquering the dark, right? Or whatever, moving into the unknown. So there are so many reasons and so many languages and so many grand forms of communication that relate to the guitar and the work of the guitar that we do together. And I hope it reaches some, and I hope it doesn't tend to alienate others. But we're definitely into the grand mountaineering literature, like the writings of the late great Gaston Roubaix. Gaston was a pioneering French alpinist, and he wrote and wrote and wrote. And he came up with a Starlight and Storm. Wonderfully magnificent language. So 1E and a 2. T and a 4, and we're using fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to invert that, descend the position, invert it again. You know what we're doing. So check it out. If you need to go back, these live streams will repost as videos on demand, VOD, right on the channel here under the live tab, okay, at Jason Carey Guitar. And you can go through and watch these. If they're too fast for you now, they won't always be too fast for you. So keep the faith, brothers and sisters, and then you can go ahead and do that. But watch it at half speed too if you like. 1E and a 2, and a TE and a 9, 10, 11, 12. Can I play Nirvana? Hey Noah, I love Nirvana. Yeah, absolutely. I can play all kinds of Nirvana. The question is, can you play Nirvana? Are you a Nirvana fan? Do you play the guitar? And Marco is correct, as usual, King Marco. Drive a cracker box at 12. Yeah, that's cool, man. Farmers get it done. And I don't know, I haven't met any farmers that don't know how to get it done. You know what I mean? Like if you were raised up there in potato country, or if you were raised on the farm, you know how to get out of bed in the morning, you know what to do, you know how to get out there and get it started, get it finished. Come hell or high water, it's getting completed. It's kind of the same way we look at the guitar. It's a prioritization of talent development and developing talent for yourself. I'm in position number 11, descending to 10 now, 9. This is really great exercise for the right, or the picking hand, sorry Raul. Something in the way and breathe. Oh yeah, very cool. Come as you are, that's a good one, yeah. I can take it up a notch, you know, and I think that indicates that we're ready to flip the switch. So something like, I think it's on lower strings maybe. Something like that. So that's... Was that what you said? All apologies. Did you say that? Am I just tripping here? Grapes, yeah, grapes are a good way to, that's great. Good morning, Lasso Kid. My fingers don't stretch that far, that's why I gave up on guitar, but I love it. Yeah, keep up on the guitar. I mean, the guitar is only as, it can be as easy as we want it to be or as difficult as we would like it to be. So there's no, you know, we're not in a hurry. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a hurry when I see, you know, a child play circles around me on the internet, and it's like, what? Just want to. But it is kind of exciting to see that there are torchbearers coming, and hopefully there's some humanity left in that game, and we bring that additional layers of humanity and carry that torch forward. So I just wanted to get moving on E minor pentatonic. And we're starting with some really cool chords, you know. And then we're starting basically with E minor, add 6. Let's figure out how to use the metronome and make this a 3, okay? Steel strings. Working on the, let me show you what I'm doing so actually you can see what I'm actually doing. I just realized I'm at an angle where you can't even see what I'm up to. So I've got the root note, the 5, the flatted 6, and then the flatted 3 on the top. And then of course we can, like if you're following along on my Ted Green series, we can drop the bomb, the E bomb, right? Now my farm consists of 3 chickens in the backyard. That's a cool farm, man, good start. The steel strings, what's your take on direction of music? That's a good one. We found out beginners don't need pulls and kids go backwards with no vocals. Yeah, that's right. I do like fresh boiled egg on toast in the morning. Hey, there you go. Poached eggs about my favorite, you know, if it's not eggs Benedict, you know, you can, I used to say that, but now it's yogurt and granola for me now. Just a good start. Honey, fruit. I think music is going like a news show, moving to smaller, diversified players and off of corporate control. That happened in the 90s. That was all being dismantled in the 90s, that's right. LimeWire, who remembers LimeWire or Napster? Anybody here? Chickens won't lunch. I need to get a couple more. Omelet is my favorite way to have eggs. That's a good way to have eggs. I see some language I don't fully understand. I don't know if we have a translator in the market here, but if we can translate that, it'd be great. So we're just working the really simple finger picking. Oh, we're going to make this 3 though. 1, 2, 3. How are we going to make this 3? 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 any other form of some, you know, minor, E minor form. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and E minor. So we're thinking in terms of using the click. So sometimes we're being off 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, bung and gate up, bum, bum, 2 and 3, and 1 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and why I'm doing this is because I'm working on E minor pentatonic today. And we want to play in 3, don't we, Kevin? C major 7, A sus2. You could use the E minor 7 here, E minor 7 here, and then C major 7, A sus2, E minor 7, or E minor 7 at 6, E minor at 6. Let's work with a motif. So it's really easy just to kind of, you know, this is still part of a warm-up, so it would be justifiable for us to just kind of work through the minor pentatonic shapes. One, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2. What we could do is just work with motific development. So let's say we had a Yamagata City. All right, I missed something here. All right, so the foot tap is on time. Right on, very cool. I've been thinking about a 5-day fast. One of the guys I follow is on 4-day fast. 40 days, yeah, that's me too. I'm on a 40-day fast. Yeah, I've been fasting for a while now. It's about to come to an end this week. I haven't felt this good in a long time. Kawa-chan. Oh, okay. Hello. I came to see it from Japan. Japanese translation, FYI. Very cool. So what do you say? It's like, I don't know what to say in return, so I'll have to work on my Japanese skill. I will do that, though. Thank you for coming here to do this, to be here, okay? I'm not going to say it. I'll frame to say it next time. Come back again, and then you'll see me working on my Japanese. All right. You're going to have to learn El Casabel and play it for us, okay? So we're looking for just the last few minutes. Sky isn't it amazing, the changes you notice. All right, so here we go. We've got this really cool minor pentatonic. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. Here's the chord progression. Here we go. My fingernails are all broken, so my tone is really suffering. You know, you can definitely hear the suffering in the tone. But we have this really cool, you know, we have a C, which is flat 6, down to the 4, in different chord, or sus2, that drops down to E minor, and then we kind of have playtime there on the E minor. So when we get to the C chord, when it's time for us to solo over the C chord, we're still using E minor or G major or C, you know, the C Lydian version of the G major scale. So what I mean by that is, here's E minor pentatonic. Same thing, E minor pentatonic kicked up one position, and then another position kicked up, and then up one more position, and then one more position. And I don't think it's not really for me all about shred. You know, if you can shred tones, it's great. If there's no soul there, I get kind of I get punch drunk pretty quickly, you know what I mean, these days. I get emotionally like exhausted with all of the notes. But sometimes there's a combination of like technical ability and humanity that we'll come back to again tomorrow, because I see our good friend Kevin has initiated this shutdown sequence. That's right, and I wanted to thank Kevin for being a wonderfully capable and observant timekeeper for all of us here, so that we don't end up squandering our time. You all go off and have a wonderful guitar day today, and take good care of yourselves and the ones you care about. Take care of your guitars too. Yeah. We'll see you all again tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. I'll be with you again tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and we'll continue on with our morning ritual for guitar growth. And until we meet again, I wish you all happy picking. Thank you so much for being here with me today.